How you doing, everyone? Well, it's Rotary Wednesday, but before Karen starts, this is my only opportunity to actually say hi to you because I missed you all, all my Rotary friends. I just want to give you an update of what's happening in my life. It's been kind of crazy, like everyone. Relationships are tough, and it's being enclosed in a house for 2 months with your wife is, I'm sure she feels the same way, but we got in a little argument yesterday, and it's the first time I saw her walk out of the room like a blackjack dealer. She was like, I'm out, and she walks out. So things are a little strenuous at home. Also, I read the paper today. The economy is still, it's real shaky. The stock market is down. It's so bad right now that I read in the paper that Angelina Jolie adopted an American child. So that's bad. Motel 6 is now Motel 3, and I just read that Exxon just laid off 25 congressmen. So some tough times out there. Also, I think, like you, I've watched everything on TV that you could ever possibly watch. And so right now, I think I'm I'm watching Canada's Most Extreme Cheerleaders. And I think TCM is running the Best of Don Knotts. So,
hey,
so it's...
hey, Sean O'Kane.
Oh, hi.
Hey, hi, Sean. What are you doing? It's great to see you.
Well, thank you. I figure I get a little time with the...
Really, I appreciate that you're filming our Rotary broadcast. Thank you, Sean. Thank you so much.
So get up.
Well, maybe.
Okay. Well, let me do my job.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, thanks, Sean O'Kane, for filming our Rotary broadcasts. I'm Karen Sinner-Newtowery. I'm the president of Rotary, and it's May 13th. Yeah, May 13th. And welcome to our virtual Rotary meeting. I do want to tell you that next week we are going to have Frank Pine. He's the executive editor of Bay Area News Group. And we will do another live Zoom meeting, which will be filmed for those who can't make the Zoom meeting. So thank you all. And last week we had 155 people attend our Zoom meeting. Well, I want to start out with some really good news. We have 2 Rotarians of the month. It's May, and first of all, we are going to recognize Howard Sung, and he did something wonderful for our club. Harvard did. He helped Leslie apply for the PPP loan. And we did this in hopes of keeping the staff strong and thereby strengthening our community work. So Harvard, thank you very much. But the second Rotarian of the month is the guy who made it happen, David Oldfield. Thank you very much. Comerica Bank has been so good to us, and we've just heard that we are getting the loan. So David and Harvard, you're wonderful Rotarians. Thank you for all you've done for the club during this difficult time. There are 3 new member introductions that will be attached to this email. Please take a moment and read them. Jeffrey Poley, who's returning to our club. He's now an artist and retired from Southern Lumber, sponsored by Heather Lerner. You'll learn more about him. Tassian Kwamaleli, who works for California Waste Solutions. She is sponsored by Elizabeth Monley. Please click on her introduction. And Atusa Zanali, an attorney sponsored by Gary Shera, is also introduced to the club. And I'm happy to report that I was able to stump Jennifer Simmons, Carl Silker, and Bruce LaFetra. None of them could guess the fake facts. We have more new member introductions coming, so watch for those. And now, hey, we've got blue badgers, people who are getting their blue badge. We have Jane Bailey, Terry Austin, Brandon Bell, Jordan Nunes, Lee Schnorr, and Gina Rodriguez. Congratulations to you all. But you know what? I can't find the blue badge for Joe Sweeney, and I even have my husband in the backyard searching for it, and we don't know where it is, but we will continue to look. There's some Rotarians in the news, and I'm always so happy to report our Rotarians in the news. Matt Mayhood, President and CEO of Silicon Valley Organization, has been lobbying Congress to allow nonprofits like his and Chamber of Commerce's throughout the United States to get PPP loans. So here's a fabulous article about Matt, and we wish you good luck in your lobbying efforts. Also in the news is our very own Mauricio Cordova, who is the Chief Operations Officer of Loaves and Fishes. This organization has done so much during the pandemic. A school lunch catering company, the Office of Education, and Loaves and Fishes have partnered together to provide free meals to Bay Area residents. And in that article, Mauricio is quoted as saying, "The partnership is allowing us to fulfill our mission to the hungry and the homeless in this community." So Mauricio, thank you for all you're doing. I have 2 matters of district news. You'll have the ability to vote on our website for a Rotary representative from Zone 26 to the nominating committee for Rotary International President 2022-23. So you might want to take a moment to select between Ronald Dubuin or Bradford Howard. We know him as Brad Howard. And the second most exciting district news I have is that Helen Lampert and Brenda Sweeney have both graduated successfully from the Rotary District 5170 Leadership Academy. It was an 8-month course. Congratulations, Brenda and Helen. And Helen says she recommends it to anyone who wants to get to know Rotary a little bit better. And now the moment you've been waiting for, a little bit of news about Rotarians. And I'm sorry I don't have a picture of my first one, and that would be Jim Eller. I want you all to know that he's gotten into watching axe throwing contests. So maybe it's something we can look forward to at a barbecue in the future. Hey, here's a picture of Jason Stein and his darling daughter dancing. Go Jason. Congratulations to Elizabeth Monley. She has a new baby, Thea Juniper Monley Lindley, and that is her first grandchild. Okay, here's a mystery Rotarian. You will get a free hat, just like Paul's wearing today, if you can guess who this mystery Rotarian is. Last week, Catherine Cook guessed the mystery Rotarian as Jim Towery. She did it within 5 seconds. Let's see if you can do this today. Here's Mary Curtis and her new puppy, Tango. Dogs are very popular right now. The shelters are empty because people are enjoying the company of their dogs. And look, here's Catherine Cook with her puppy in Utah. Catherine Cook is staying in Utah during the pandemic. I've heard from Larry Stone that he and Carmen often have difficult decisions on where to eat dinner. They can't decide whether to eat in the kitchen or the dining room. Here's an example of Larry and Carmen's table when they eat in the dining room. Thank you, Larry. Eli Abijoud reported to me that he is biking a lot. Here's a great picture of him. He's staying fit during the pandemic. Sue Smith has a tip for all of us. She has suggested a wine glass that you can use during this pandemic. Thank you, Sue, for this tip. Jeffrey Poley, who's now an artist, he has found it very amusing to watch videos of all the animals who have started to venture into traditional human habitats in cities, like jellyfish and dolphins in Venice. So he did this sidewalk drawing. He truly is an artist. Thank you, Jeffrey. Terry Chapman just picked flowers from her gorgeous garden, and look at these roses. Terry, these are spectacular. I understand it's your husband who's got the green thumb. Kay Crawford sent this photo of the pandemic in 1918. Please look at this because this was taken here in San Jose. It's past President Randy Hall's mother with her family during the 1918 pandemic in San Jose. And finally, thank you, Catherine Tompkinson. I love the 4-fruit marmalade. It was on my front porch, and I enjoyed it this morning. So that's it for this week. I want everyone to participate, collaborate, and above all, improvise. Stay well, but wait, I do have a bonus. So if you have a minute, please stay on and you will see what the ski committee is really about. Cindy and Jeff Faulkner have made a video on how to make the perfect Manhattan. I know you'll enjoy it. See you next week.
Hello, President Karen and all of our Rotary friends who we miss so much. I'm here this Thursday afternoon with Jeff, and it's about 5 o'clock somewhere. And we thought we'd go ahead and change the meaning of sip for today and show you guys a little bit of a demo on some cocktails. I mean, it's just a little demo. So we're gonna go through how Jeff makes a Manhattan. And if anybody out there knows Jeff, then you know he loves his Manhattans. Okay, so here we go. First of all, you've got to have the proper mixer for the cocktail that you want, and eventually you'll have a cocktail, right? Now I'd like to bring Jeff into the picture because he's done putting together the recipe. It's quite difficult, so please pay attention. Record if you need to, okay?
Hi, President Karen. This is going to give you a little demo into years of experience in my Manhattans. As Cindy says, I like to mix things up a little bit, so I have the precise measurements. I hope you all take note because it's a little detailed. Here we go. You need 90/47 of this Willets here. That's good stuff. Booker's, we need 23/64.
We need 1987 of Lost Republic. I'm going to get that at Total Wine. 2234 of Minor Rye Whiskey, very important. 1937 of Blanton's, because that's hard to find. Can't get too much of that. 99 100s of Dickel. Do the math. Next is Hudson's. 2 tenths. And last but not least, this is optional. 1 teeny tiny little drop of Everclear.
I've got all my bourbons combined. Now I'm going to go to the next step. My secret weapon, little Rainier cherries. TCS, easy to find, they're everywhere. Delicious. A little bit more of a honey flavor than cherry flavor. That's why I like them. And I prefer the Cinzanos, also another thing, kind of hard to find, especially right now. But if you can find it, it's well worth it.
Again, measurements.
This is 2 parts bourbon, 1 part sweet vermouth. Of these many parts of bourbon. It's kind of complex, like I said. Do the math. Someone get back to me on that. I'd like to see what it comes out.
Now,
What about the bitters?
some people like bitters. Some don't.
Okay.
I like a little bit, just a drop or 2.
Now what do we got to do with the bourbon?
Well, now we got to chill it. There's several methods to do it. Let me demonstrate a few for you here. So this is a traditional, one of my favorites. Just a nice, easy swirl. You don't want to bruise the bourbon. You spend the money for something good.
By the way,
wanna
that's
taste
a
it.
myth. That's a myth. You can't bruise bourbon.
It's not. And you don't want to aerate it. So just fill it all the way up and just twirl it around a little bit. Now I'm going to show you the way Cindy does it. But I actually have to put the camera in slow motion because she does it so fast and hard that you'll never even see the glass move. But something actually happens. Check this out.
Slurpee.
But as you could tell, it really just made the bourbon angry. And why would you want to do that? Relaxing. Next is my favorite. I call it the Evil Knievel. Remember, Rotarians, safety first. A little risky, but well worth it. Time for the PSA. No drinking, shaking, and riding.
Now the next step, we're going to prepare the glass for the cocktail. I like to get a little bit of orange in mine, so I'll peel the orange. I'll throw it so at the end we have a little fruit cocktail. Give a little twist on your peel. Rub the rim with the peel. Toss it in, because it looks fancy. And then you just have to pour.
Okay, so Jeff asked me to come outside for some reason. There's some things about his drink making that apparently I just don't know, and here we go. We're about to find out.
What's left to do is pour it into the glass. I like to call this one the high roller.
Is he crazy?
And this is how it's done, folks.
Woo! Well, looks like we have the perfect cocktail, and I didn't get too splashed. What do you think?
Good. Cheers.
Okay, so that was so exciting with my mock cocktails, is keep it simple, okay? So here we go. A little bit of iced tea, a couple cubes, squirt of orange, squirt of lemon, club soda, and bitters for the digestion.
You forgot to stir it up. Two for one.
Now we have one last thing that's super exciting to us, is we get to choose what rotary pen to enjoy our drink with. We don't want to be fined now, do we, Karen? I think I would like this blingy one.
Going on the 4th of July.
There we
The
go.
flag, baby.
Now that we have our cocktails,
All you need to do is find a place that makes you comfortable, hang out with someone you love, and enjoy your drink. Cheers.
cheers.